Dumbest furniture store complaints that made staff question measurements. Strongest. A customer bought a giant sectional sofa, skipped every measurement, watched it get stuck in the doorway, and then demanded a refund because the store should have known. Welcome to Furniture Complaints, where couches are expected to shrink, stairs are supposed to widen, and 47 customers somehow declared war on basic measurements. Number 1. Furniture stores sell sofas, not psychic doorway analysis. One first-time buyer ordered a sectional sofa, booked delivery, and then complained it was defective because it would not fit through the front door. The delivery team tried the hallway, the angle, the polite silence. Nothing worked. The customer had measured 0 doors, 0 corners, and 0 stair turns. The couch was not broken. Geometry simply refused to participate. Number 2. Showrooms are dangerous places for people who think space is transferable. An apartment renter bought a dining table after seeing it staged under huge lights on a massive showroom floor. At home, the same table suddenly looked too big, because the apartment was not, in fact, a furniture cathedral. They complained that the store made it look normal-sized. The table stayed the same size. Their room just stopped lying. Number 3. Delivery included does not mean unlimited human suffering. One customer complained because the crew refused to carry a wardrobe up 8 flights of stairs for free after discovering the building elevator was out. The order included standard delivery, not a historical reenactment of moving furniture into a castle tower. Stair carry fees existed, the access problem existed, and so did gravity. The wardrobe was heavy. So was the entitlement. Number 4. White upholstery has never signed a contract with muddy dogs. A pet owner bought a clean white couch, enjoyed exactly 1 wet weekend with a Labrador, and then demanded a return because the fabric had paw prints. The store offered upholstery care advice, not weatherproof dog magic. The couch did its job as furniture. The dog did its job as a chaos machine. Number 5. Some customers open box 1 and immediately declare a national emergency. An online buyer ordered a bed frame that shipped in multiple boxes, then complained the store had sent half a bed. Tracking showed box 2 was arriving the next day, exactly as listed. Apparently, the customer expected a king bed to fold into one magical carton. The missing piece was not the bed. It was patience. Number 6. There is a special kind of bravery in calling customer service before reading step 1. A buyer opened a flat-pack bookshelf, saw boards, screws, and instructions, then complained the item was broken because it came in pieces. That was not damage. That was the entire concept of ready-to-assemble furniture. Assembly required was printed on the product page, not hidden in ancient code. The bookshelf was fine. The surprise was user-generated. Number 7. A chair can only survive so much creative engineering. One customer demanded a free replacement because their new dining chairs wobbled after self-assembly. The store reviewed photos and found 2 legs installed in the wrong positions, with screws tightened like a personal vendetta on one side and barely touched on the other. The manual had diagrams. The customer had confidence. Sadly, confidence is not a structural fastener. Number 8. A brand new mattress is not supposed to arrive pre-aged like a showroom sample with a backstory. One shopper complained their mattress felt firmer at home than the one they tested in store. The floor model had been sat on, bounced on, tested, and questioned by shoppers for months. The new one needed a normal break-in period. They did not want a new mattress. They wanted an old mattress with new mattress packaging. Number 9. Fabric did not change color. The lighting changed its testimony. The design-sensitive buyer complained that their couch looked different at home than it did in the showroom. In the store, it sat under bright fluorescent lighting. At home, it lived beside warm lamps, dark curtains, and one aggressively beige wall. The store had not sold a color-shifting sofa. The customer had discovered that photons have opinions. Number 10. A recliner cannot become liquid just because a staircase has ambition issues. One homeowner bought a bulky recliner, scheduled delivery, and then complained when it would not fit through a narrow spiral staircase. The crew measured, angled, rotated, paused, and quietly accepted defeat. The chair was wider than the stair turn. That is not a product defect. That is architecture saying no in cursive. Number 11. Glass tables have one famous weakness: being touched by humans. A minimalist decor buyer complained that their new glass-top table showed fingerprints after guests used it. The store had not promised invisible hands, self-cleaning surfaces, or a table that rejects biology. It was a glass table doing glass table things. The defect was not in the furniture. It was in the expectation that transparency comes with a cleaning staff. Number 12. Hardwood floors do not enjoy being treated like skating rinks. A new homeowner demanded a free rug because their sofa scratched the floor after delivery. The delivery team had placed it safely, but later the customer dragged it across the living room without felt pads or furniture glides. The sofa legs did not become violent on their own. This was not a furniture defect. It was a living room sled race with invoices. Number 13. Tall cabinets come with wall anchors for a reason, not as decorative bonus hardware. A parent complained that a cabinet was unsafe because it tipped when every drawer was pulled open at once. The store checked the box contents and found the anti-tip kit had been included, explained and completely ignored. Leverage did what leverage does. Gravity sent a warning label, and the customer left it in the bag. Number 14. Some people can be disappointed by punctuality if it arrives incorrectly. One customer complained that delivery came during the scheduled 4-hour window, but too early in the window. The truck arrived after the start time, before the end time, and exactly within the appointment they accepted. Apparently, a delivery window was supposed to mean one secret, perfect minute. The crew was not late. The customer was offended by math. Number 15. Threshold delivery means the boxes crossed the threshold. That is the whole spell. A customer paid for basic drop-off, then complained that the delivery team did not assemble the furniture, remove packaging, style the room, and make the place feel finished. Those services were listed under white glove delivery, which they declined. The crew delivered the boxes. They did not arrive as butlers with Allen keys and emotional availability. Number 16. A couch does not secretly change height after it leaves the showroom. One impulse buyer complained that the sofa was too low after purchasing the exact floor sample they had sat on, tested, praised, and approved in person. The seat height was on the tag. Their knees had already met the couch. Nothing dropped during delivery. The furniture stayed loyal to its dimensions. The regret simply got taller. Number 17. As is not a magical phrase that means brand new, but cheaper. A bargain hunter bought a discounted floor model with minor scratches clearly shown by the sales associate. Later, they tried to return it because the same scratches were still there at home. The marks were written into the price, the receipt, and the conversation. They wanted outlet pricing with museum condition standards. That is not a return policy. That is wishful accounting. Number 18. Natural wood has a shocking habit of looking like wood. One perfectionist buyer complained that their solid wood table had grain lines running through the surface. The store explained that wood grain is not damage, staining, or a factory mistake. It is the tree's entire resume. The customer wanted real wood with the visual personality of printed plastic. The table was authentic. The complaint was synthetic. Number 19. Sofa cushions are built for sitting, not qualifying for indoor gymnastics. A family complained that their cushions were sagging after the kids spent weeks using the sofa as a trampoline, landing pad, wrestling mat, and rainy day entertainment system. The upholstery had normal compression, plus the emotional exhaustion of hosting the Couch Olympics. Nothing in the warranty promised playground performance. The cushions were not defective. They were simply witnesses. Number 20. Fabric warranties do not usually include feline renovation projects. A cat owner demanded a refund because their new sofa armrest had been shredded within days. The store reviewed the fabric warranty and found the usual exclusion. Pet claw damage is not a manufacturing defect. The couch had not failed. It had been redesigned by a small, confident roommate with knives in its feet. The cat voided the warranty without reading it. Number 21. New furniture delivery is not automatically old furniture disappearance. One customer complained that the crew refused to remove their ancient sofa for free after bringing in the new one. Haul-away service had been offered as a paid add-on, and they had declined it with confidence. The truck was scheduled to deliver a couch, not absorb every retired object in the living room. Expecting delivery workers to become a charity dumpster is ambitious. Number 22. A bedroom dresser is designed for clothes, not a secret career in construction storage. One customer complained that the drawers were broken after loading them with power drills, toolboxes, screws, and heavy hardware. The dresser had listed weight limits, and none of them said small garage. The rails were not defective. They were overwhelmed by a hardware store pretending to be laundry. Socks were expected. Industrial ambition was not. Number 23. Leather has the nerve to respond to temperature like an actual material. One comfort-obsessed buyer complained that their leather sofa felt cold in winter and warm in summer. The store explained that leather reacts to room conditions, body heat, and sunlight. It was not malfunctioning. It was simply not climate-controlled upholstery. The customer did not need a refund. They needed a blanket, air conditioning, and a brief meeting with thermodynamics. Number 24. Custom orders are where regret becomes expensive. One decorator chose the sofa size, selected the fabric, approved the color, confirmed the order, waited for production, and then demanded a full refund because they changed their mind. The store had made exactly the custom upholstery they requested, which is why the return policy was stricter than a t-shirt exchange. The sofa was not wrong. It was personalized regret, with cushions. Number 25. King-size beds are famous for one tiny detail: being king-size. One upgrade dreamer complained that their new bed made the bedroom feel cramped after they chose the king mattress and matching frame. The dimensions were listed, the showroom tag was clear, and the bed fit exactly as designed. The problem was that nothing else in the room had anywhere to live. They bought Palace Energy for a closet. Number 26. Furniture compatibility is not powered by vibes. A mix-and-match buyer complained that their dining chairs would not slide under the new table. The store checked the order and found they had bought bar-height chairs with arms for a standard dining table with a lower apron clearance. The table was not defective. The chairs were simply having a height disagreement with reality. Not every seat is invited, under every surface. Number 27. Delivery teams bring furniture into homes. They do not perform light demolition on the building. One customer complained because the crew refused to remove a balcony railing to squeeze a sofa inside. The stairwell was too narrow. The hallway turn was impossible, and the customer's solution was apparently to start unscrewing architecture. That is not white glove service. That is a construction permit with cushions. The sofa needed access, not a wrecking crew. Number 28. Wooden furniture sometimes smells suspiciously like wood. A sensory-sensitive buyer complained that their new wardrobe had a material smell after delivery and demanded an exchange. The store explained that new furniture can carry wood, finish, or packaging odors, and often just needs airing out. Nothing was cracked, warped, stained, or defective. The wardrobe was simply tree-adjacent and honest about it. Shockingly, the wooden object had wooden object energy. Number 29. A mirror is not rude for telling the truth. One decor customer complained that their new wall mirror reflected the room too clearly, making the space look cluttered instead of elegant. The store had sold a mirror, not a visual apology service. It reflected the laundry chair, the cables, the open boxes, and the lighting exactly as instructed by physics. The product worked perfectly. The room was the review. Number 30. Protective packaging is only annoying because it succeeded. One convenience-first customer demanded a discount because the fragile furniture arrived wrapped in cardboard, foam, corner guards, and plastic straps that took effort to dispose of. The same packaging prevented scratches, cracks, dents, and the complaint they would have filed if it arrived damaged. The store did not overpack the item to ruin their afternoon. It protected the furniture from reality. Number 31. Coffee tables become dangerous when people place them in the exact path where knees commute. A small space buyer complained that their new table was too easy to bump into after setting it directly between the sofa and the doorway. The store had sold furniture, not invisibility. The table did not chase anyone. It simply existed where the customer put it, doing a very convincing impression of an object. Number 32. A recliner needs space behind it, for the same reason doors need space to open. One buyer complained that their new chair was broken because it would not fully recline while pressed flat against the wall. The product page listed wall clearance, the salesperson mentioned clearance, and mechanics still refused to operate inside drywall. Moving parts need room to move. The chair was not defective. The floor plan was optimistic. Number 33. Soft fabric is not immortal just because it looks calm in a showroom. A daily-use household demanded a replacement because their sofa fabric started pilling after months of constant sitting, rubbing, snacking, and cushion abuse. The care guide recommended cleaning, rotating cushions, and normal maintenance. None of that happened. The store had sold upholstery, not a superhero cape. Fabric wear is not betrayal. It is friction with a receipt. Number 34. Decorative shelves are not bridges with book covers. A home office improviser complained that their bookshelf bent under boxes of paperwork, office equipment, and a surprise collection of dumbbells. The listed shelf capacity had been ignored by several hundred pounds, which is a bold negotiation with gravity. The bookshelf was designed for books and decor, not a private warehouse. It did not fail. It resigned under impossible management. Number 35. Some returns are less customer satisfaction and more free event rental, with crumbs. One party host tried to return a dining set after hosting a full dinner, complete with hot dishes, dragged chairs, and fresh scratches across the tabletop. They claimed the furniture didn't work for the space, which was interesting timing after it had worked for 8 guests and dessert. The damage appeared after delivery and use. The store sold a dining set, not a one-night banquet subscription. Number 36. A website photo is not included in the box. One online inspiration buyer complained that their sofa did not look like the product image once placed in a dark, cluttered room with no rug, no plants, and one lonely floor lamp. The listing showed the couch inside a staged room with lighting, space, matching decor, and professional photography. The sofa arrived. The lifestyle did not. That was never standard shipping. Number 37. Wardrobes cannot sense light switches through emotional intelligence. A room planning avoider complained that their new wardrobe blocked the wall switch after they chose the placement themselves. The delivery crew had asked where it should go, and the customer pointed confidently at the problem area. The cabinet followed instructions. It did not attack the electricity. Blaming furniture for standing exactly where commanded is a strong interior design philosophy. Number 38. Free delivery does not mean the crew must cross a muddy obstacle course with a sofa over their heads. One customer complained that drivers refused to carry furniture through the backyard after the front entrance was blocked by renovation materials. The delivery terms required a safe, clear path. Instead, there was mud, tools, loose boards, and regret. The crew was there for furniture delivery, not wilderness logistics. No couch needs a survival documentary. Number 39. Not every ottoman is secretly a treasure chest. An assumption buyer complained that their new ottoman did not open for storage, even though they had purchased the standard model, not the storage version. The tag, receipt, and product page all said regular ottoman. There were no hinges, no lid, and no hidden compartment waiting for belief. Expecting storage from vibes alone is not shopping. It is furniture fan fiction. Number 40. Furniture is not responsible for paint chosen in the future. A renovation-in-progress buyer demanded a refund because the couch no longer matched the wall color after they painted the room weeks later. The store had not promised emotional compatibility with next month's design choices. The sofa was the same shade they selected, delivered, and approved. The walls changed. The receipt did not. Asking beige to predict future teal is unfair to beige. Number 41. A dining bench is not unsafe because everyone chose the same end, like a human pile-up experiment. One party host complained after 3 adults sat together on one side, at one end, and tipped it. The bench had normal weight distribution expectations, not a promise to ignore leverage during social imbalance. The furniture did not betray anyone. It briefly became a seesaw because the guests organized themselves like a physics demonstration. Number 42. Furniture delivery does not include negotiating access to random private property. One customer complained because the crew refused to bring a sofa through a neighbor's apartment, across that unit's balcony, and into their own living room from outside. The official delivery route was blocked, the customer had no permission, and the crew was not there to start a diplomatic incident in a hallway. This was not delivery logistics. This was an international border crossing with cushions. Number 43. Mattress protectors are boring. Until suddenly, they are the main character. One comfort purist refused a protector because it ruined the natural feel, then later demanded a refund after the mattress became stained during use. The store explained that hygiene rules and return conditions exist for a reason. The mattress was not defective. It was unprotected, used, and now carrying evidence. Declining the shield and blaming the stain is a bold legal strategy. Number 44. Most people buy comfortable sofas on purpose, but this customer found a way to complain about success. They said the couch was too comfortable because guests kept staying too long after dinner. The store had advertised soft cushions, deep seating, and lounge comfort, not automated guest removal. The sofa was doing exactly what a good sofa does. Returning it for hospitality consequences feels like blaming a pillow for encouraging naps. Number 45. A marble table being heavy is not a manufacturing scandal. One luxury buyer complained that their new marble dining table was too difficult to move around the room. The sales tag listed stone construction. The delivery team mentioned the weight, and marble has never been famous for floating politely. The table was not defective. It was a rock with legs. Shocked that stone behaves like stone is a beautiful moment in retail education. Number 46. Warranties rarely survive home surgery. One DIY modifier complained that the store would not refund a sofa after they personally cut the leg shorter to make it fit the vibe. Once the saw came out, the original product stopped existing. The uneven height, scratched frame, and wobble were not factory defects. They were custom consequences. Performing furniture amputation and then requesting original condition is not a return. It is evidence. Number 47. Delivery crews need a place to put the furniture. Revolutionary concept. One customer demanded compensation because a sectional could not be placed inside a room already packed with old chairs, boxes, exercise equipment, side tables, and a half-built shelving unit. There was no clear path, no open wall, and no prepared space. The team could deliver a sofa, not solve an indoor traffic jam. The truck was ready. The living room was not. And that is the beautiful world of furniture complaints, where sofas are blamed for doorways, tables are blamed for rooms, and delivery crews are apparently expected to defeat architecture with politeness. Which complaint was the most confidently wrong? Drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed watching Common Sense lose a fight with a tape measure, like the video and subscribe for more absurd customer complaints.